The next lesson, programming concepts, begins. And we will discuss here the topic types of programming languages in this session. So, very first, we will discuss about the machine language. First, we will try to know what is the machine language. Actually, it was discussed in the last class or in the last another sessions when the programming written by a programmer, that is called the source code, is converted into the machine form that understands by the computer or that understands by the machine. Mean to say, the codes of a language given by a user, given by a programmer, that is in form, that is in any form. Like sometime it is directly in the machine code form, sometime it is in the English language style birds codes form, or sometime it is directly the code which is understanding by the machines. So first the programmer write the program, he or she makes a source code, and then there is one uh, we can say software or we can say technique is applied which converts that source code into the machine code. That machine code only is called the language. We have discussed in the last year, in the last session also, when we were in class 7, there were different type of number system we have studied. One of them number system was binary number system. There we have studied that the two digits 0 and 1 forms such codes which can be understood only by the computer machine, because computer is an electronic machine. When computer is an electronic machine, so it understands only the on and off. The two binary digits 0 and 1, where the mean of 0 is off and mean of 1 is on, means all the source code which are written by the programmer converted into a machine code by some strategy, by some technique, by some equipment which are installed or there in the computer CPU. So machine language, simply machine language mean to say, let it is a code, it is binary code, it is also a binary code, it is also a binary code. Very early time in 1950, when when it was the beginning of the computer, that time the programming was very typical, because the programmer had to understand first the machine codes and then use that machine code to make a program. It was a very tedious and very typical job. And one thing, suppose one machine understanding the machine code or such type of codes, so it was not necessary that another machine will also understand the same code. Means the codes were machine oriented. For this particular machine, different codes are there to programming. For another machine, there will be different code. Means the codes were machine oriented. So the programming was a very typical job that time. But the programming was directly in the term of the binary codes. Means there was no conversion at all of the source code to the machine language, because the programming was also in the machine language. So it was the first machine language, then afterward comes assembly language. After the machine language, it was little easier. Here, the codes become in abbreviation form, and the assembly language were called mnemonic codes. What happens in the assembly language? In assembly language, we use a translator. What is this translator? What is the function of translator? What is the function of translator? The source code which were written as assembly language translated to the machine language means there were translator used in the computer which convert the assembly language code into the machine language. It meant to say, when suppose I take an example, load X. What is the function of load? What is the function of load? This translator was knowing. When load is written, in which code or in what type of code this translator will change, it was knowing itself with this X. So we can understand in this way the functioning of translator. As you are with your friend sitting somewhere or in the park, in the tour anywhere, so you are going and you are in your group and you are discussing with your group, and because of the other person also around you, you are talking in the codes. The codes are understanding why you and your friend with whose you are entertaining. But other than your group, nobody will understand your code. Sometimes it is possible, but generally, when you are talking in your group, in your codes, then the outsider will not understand. Same way, the load, the general person cannot understand, but translator understand what will be execution of the load, and the execution will be understood by the computer machine. So in the assembly language there were few commands, there were few technique also used to change that source code, that commands into the machine language. Afterward comes high level language. In the high level language, because it is high level, so it will be little different. Because of high level, it was in it was the easy mode to understand high level, that most of the commands of the high level were like the English language words. Suppose we discuss about one high level language, C or C++. In C, if we want to make some content on the console or to show on the output, we use printf, scanf. In C++, we use cout, cin. By the reading of these words only we can understand printf means something is going to print. Where it is going to print? This is the another thing. Seen means something is coming. Where it is coming? That is another thing. Means by the wording easily anybody can understand. In that time when the machine language was there, everyone cannot understand. Nowadays, when we are working with high level language, most of the person can understand who want to become a programmer, that what is the function of printf, what will be the function of scanf, because of there are so many English words or the programming language on the basis of the English language, similar birds. Then high level language also convert into machine language. One thing, all the languages source codes, the source code of all the languages will convert into the machine language at all, because the computer is an electronic machine. When computer is an electronic machine, it required to understand all the language, all the things in the form of 0 and 1. So when the requirement is to make the code in the form of 0 and 1, and you are giving the code in the form of simple language words, sometimes special words, so there will be an intermediate stage or an intermediate technique is required to convert that source code into the machine code. So here in the high level language we use one technique, it is called compiler. Compiler convert all the source code at once in the machine code. Then afterward comes very high level language. In very high level language, the language are developed to put less efforts and less time in developing commercial business software so the productivity can be increased. Mean to say, this is the high level language like C and C++. The user require, the programmer require a lot of brain, a lot of effort to make a big programs. Now in the high level language, we use the ready-made functions or the ready-made codes to access directly in our program to reduce the time and increase the productivity. Because of this feature, the very high level language is popular in the point of view business. The companies who develop the applications, who develop the software, who develop the apps, they are trying to use, and they actually use also the very high level language for it. Because of very high level language, the use of very high level language reduce the time and increase the productivity. There is an example like SQL. SQL. SQL is structured query language that is used to handle a big database. The term database was discussed in the last session, and as we will require, we will discuss in the next sessions when we will discuss with the Microsoft Access. So SQL, structured query language, is used to take out data from a big database where we get the different sets to use the taking out the different information from a database. So it is a use of very high level language. Then afterward comes artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, what happens there? In artificial intelligence, computer will have ability to think and take decision. Now, nowadays, you have seen in the different movies that like you have seen in the movie 2.0, you have seen in robot, that robot is taking decision itself. Robot is having the feelings. Okay, it was beyond the imagination that robot will have some feelings like that. Robot is knowing everything from the point of view education, that the robot was knowing all the laws, robot was knowing all the medical, robot was knowing all the mechanical knowledge, it was knowing everything. It was just like a complete man. So, how it can be possible? The work on the artificial intelligence is in progress. The scientists, the programmer, or the companies are trying to make a such computer which will take decision itself, which will think itself that what should be the computer which will think like us. Suppose we are in some problem or we are doing some work, we want to do a work more attractive, more productive. So, in which way we have to pursue our strategy. So, about that thinking is going to be developed in the computer. That computer will think itself that how does this task will be performed, so that it will be more productive, it will be more attractive, it will be more economic, like this. So there were different five types of programming languages which were discussed. Number one, machine language. Number two, assembly. Number three, high level, very high level, and then based on artificial intelligence. Thank you.